Marco's out there, how you doing? Big Porky. I'm sat in the house waiting for one of them desk blue top things that people keep advising me to get, and it's not been delivered. So, no good. I have to go get something done. Can't be waiting all day. So. Right then, let's go. What can we say? The latest in boxing. It's a soap opera, isn't it? With boxing gloves. Still can't get over the situation with heavyweights. It's I watched loads of well, not loads, about 5 or 6 interviews. I'm becoming a bit of a fanboy of fight hype. I think Dillian White's gone out there and sold himself. He's putting his Senate mix with them, and I think Dillian White's gone out there because they're selling him to Americans, aren't they? So he's gonna, I think he's going to probably fight Joshua. If he's gone out there, he's on good terms with Eddie Hearn. So so they're not fell out, have they? If he's gone over there he's gone on a plane with Eduardo, but it's one of them things, isn't it? So, but I wish him well, Dillian White. I'd like to see him fight Joshua if it's not going to be Fury and Wilder. He's going to be third choice, isn't he? So he's going to be third choice, and you'd say it's deserved, wouldn't you? 9-0 since he fought Joshua, 5 knockouts. Brown and Parker beat, both dropped. 1 knocked out Sparko. Nobody can say he doesn't deserve his chance, can they? But you know, it looks to me like Joshua's very greedy with money. Well, it's a business, isn't it? So we have to get over it and move on. Does Tyson Fury deserve 50-50? Well, normally in a situation like this, you won't get it because he ain't got a belt, has he? But he is like the guy who'll beat the guy, isn't he? I know we keep going on about it, and I never believed in that Lanier, but he has beat the guy and he's got a good record. So I think it's one of them things, isn't it? But just Joshua should just do a 50-50, get it over with. And just say it's last time I'm doing it. If I win, because I'll have all belts. Or he'll have the victory over Tyson. He's got to fight these two in this era. If he don't fight these two in this era, it'd be, I don't know. And then again, Floyd Mayweather, you know, he didn't fight Margarita, did he? And he fought Mosley after years gone by, didn't he? So, cold today. Very cold. Very cold. I saw a few interviews with Amir Khan as well, and I thought, do you know what? I think he's a smart guy, him, Amir Khan, because when you think about it, he gets the big fights, doesn't he? Got a country behind him though, hasn't he, Amir Khan? Got a country behind him. So that's speed camera, isn't it? Speed cameraman. Not gonna get Porky. Gotta get up early if you want to catch Porky, mate. No. British gas ban. Of course it was. Speed cameraman. Get my eyes tested. Yeah, with the aim is to get 15 videos out a week. That's the aim. Well, let's see if we can do it. I've got a few little ideas I'm going to bounce about today. Main thing about doing videos is getting research out for you guys, so I get it spot on. I've got a lot of things in my head, but I think that I'm alright at taking research in. Not hard, is it? Gonna plod on. I'll tell you what I was thinking's a good fight, and I know people are going to give me stick for this, but I think Yui against Dillian White's a good fight. I think that's a good fight. There's a bit of bad blood there. Dillian White called him a crackhead last year. I mean, Yui don't even drink, so. But I don't know if they were just trying to hype a fight up, you know, fight him and then he'll get Tyson. I don't know, but I'd like to see Yui in with Dillian White, or Yui against David Price. I don't think Dave Allen would want to fight Yui because I think his style's wrong for Dave. Dave takes punishment, doesn't he? But he's got that big bolo punch, hasn't he? So that he swings from over yonder. But, but it is what it is, isn't it? So that's that basically. Shout out to Martin Turner and Pete Williams, Ronnie Wilson. How are you doing? Got a bit of fame there, haven't you now? Bit of infamy. Look at this here, man. Traffic on here is terrible, isn't it? Traffic. Unbelievable. This. As I said yesterday, Ted Cheeseman against Garcia. I think that's a good fight, me. That. I think it's a good fight. I saw the Andrade interview. I mean, he was sticking it to Billy Joe, wasn't he? But he wouldn't want to fight Billy Joe in a mandatory. Imagine Billy having to fight in a mandatory against him. After doing that to him, it's awful, isn't it? He'd lose him 50%, because he would have had 75, wouldn't he? And it's the other way around. That's how politics gets you, isn't it? But I think Billy beats him easily. Beats the heels off him, should I say? But good fighter, Billy Joe. I like. Good fighter, slick, southpaw. Who's going to want to fight him now? He's in the Who Needs Him club. Bit like Ortiz, isn't he? Do you know what I mean? Bit like Luis Ortiz. But I rate Luis Ortiz, and you know, he had his chance against Wilder, didn't he? And he came up short. I think he won every round apart from ones he got dropped in, didn't he? Probably a similar situation to Tyson against Wilder. The guy's got freakish power, hasn't he? And he can get his son out of trouble anytime. He's got the equaliser, and it's worked for him, hasn't it? So far, he's unbeaten. Well, according to the judges, but he can't be that bad a stylist, though, can he, Wilder? He's got a bronze, Olympic bronze. They don't give them away, do they? We'll see, won't we? We'll see. We'll see. There's more traffic lights up here. They're all digging roads up this time of year, aren't they? Not good. Timing But keep your questions coming in. Try and send them on emails, and I'm gonna go through them today. There's been a lot of emails regarding them Porky mugs. We just got some for office. There ain't any plan to sell, but you know, if you guys you know, want them, just let me know, and it's something I can look into. You know, if that's what people want, you've got to give you what you want, and I'll look into it. But they're not bad little mugs, I suppose. It's just a bit of a gimmick, innit, really, but it's nice. They're nice mugs, nice colour. Alright, with black on it inside and with writing on it and that. Look alright. Pink pig on it. So, not many people like that funky pig. Do you know the mask one? I've got it on one of my hoodies, and a few people say, oh, we don't like that. We prefer the cartoon one. It's more cheeky, isn't it? The other one's a bit more, I don't know, it's a bit more serious, isn't it? But K Official called it the Porky Funky Pig, but probably more like Porky Scary Pig, isn't it? But it was just like that. I just bought that. It was a bit of fun one day. It's you're gonna have a laugh, aren't you? Here today, gone tomorrow. But yeah, so I hope you all watched the Magnificent 7 video. I didn't get many views, that. I'm surprised, actually. You know, when you try something different, you have to try, don't you? And I was shocked. I was ages on that video as well, because you're always torn between certain fighters, aren't you? But I always pick Ali as my favourite heavyweight, because if he fought today, he'd be a cruiserweight, wouldn't he? But Ali, look who he fought, and he had that layoff as well, didn't he? 3 years, 7 months at his peak. You know what I mean? 27 years old, and he gets stripped 27 years of age at his prime. So, and like I said, he went 15-2 when he came back, before he'd recaptured the title. And then I think he went 11-1, didn't he? After that, and then won it back or something like that. He fought Spinks twice, didn't he? Olympic gold medalist Spinks. I mean, Spinks 7-0 and a draw, fought Ali, or it's 6-0 and a draw, and he fought Ali. So Joe Joyce, a silver medalist, he could quite easily get a title shot. But I've heard that Joshua used to get knocked about a bit against Joe Joyce, but they used to set about with each other. But I've heard he's the real deal, him, Joe Joyce, and we'll see, won't we? Looks a bit ponderous to me, but he could keep throwing for 12 rounds, and he's a powerful kid. Who knows? He's probably in the who needs him club as well. Plus he's with Abel Sanchez, so he'll be a big banger to teach them all to punch, doesn't he, Abel? Speed cameras here. Fixed ones, that I can see them. but yeah, so let's plod on. Let's plod on. Just going into Rotherham now. Shout out to Rami, how are you doing? Ex-Rotherham United. I think you're 60 now, aren't you, Rami? Hey, that'd have been some time ago, Rami, wouldn't it? If you were 16 and you went there 44 years ago, that'd have been 1975. Polythene Road. 1975. You'd have had wings or sideburns, wouldn't you, Rami? Bay City Rollers jacket on. I think Den's back today. Yeah. But he's got a tan. Married her. As long as he's happy and Sarah, that's all you can hope for, innit? Not many people get married these days, do they? Shout out to Ozzy Smith. How are you doing, Ozzy? Hope you're well. The man who don't pick his phone up. Smiddo, how are you doing, lad? Dale Nichols, fellow hardcores, colleagues. I call them colleagues. What do you reckon? Only a bit of fun, innit? The podcast's been going a bit of time now, though, hasn't it? Nut House, Porky In Road RAGE. 2 good podcasts there. I keep getting asked if I'm going to do a podcast. I've had a couple of questions. Well, I keep getting asked. I've had a couple of questions. It's not a lot, is it? But I think the same person as one of them's asked me a couple of times. I'm not really a tech guy, to be honest, you know, with computers. If I did it, I'd want to do it on a midday. It's like evenings to myself. I like to go out and that, or chill out. But if I had to do it on a night time, I would. But you couldn't do it on a Sunday because you've got them boys doing theirs, haven't they? And I won't want to take any views off Ozzy and Smiddo and them boys, Andy Patterson, because I respect them lads. But you can always listen to them any other time, can't you? But I wouldn't know how to set it all up with that. They have that thing on right where you can fire questions in, don't they? Ingram's good at stuff like that. He's into all that kind of thing. Yeah, he's good at stuff like that. But I'm not a tech guy. So I'm just going to stick where I'm doing videos and research and putting stuff out. Might not make them as long today. Half an hour's a long time, isn't it? But some people say, can you do more or do them longer? So you can't win. I suppose I've got to get a balance, haven't we, really, with channel? But I'm in it deep. I'm now really doing this because we're learning. I'm learning all the time. We both are. Me and NJ. We're learning all the time, and you pick things up. I suppose it's like anything else. Anybody who's doing something, you're going to learn on the job, aren't you? A bit like Joshua, innit? He's learning on the job, innit? You know, McCracken will be saying you're not ready for Wilder and this bigger fight in 2 years and blah blah, and they just want to keep milking it, don't they? You've got to look at it like this. Robert McCracken's on 10% of whatever Joshua gets, so he's got his own interests at heart, and he didn't want Joshua to go back to fighting for, I don't know, $500,000. I don't think he'd get to that. I think he'd always fight for millions, wouldn't he? He's that big a star now, wouldn't he? He could have 4 defeats and still be getting millions, because you still get people, these casuals, that would follow him, wouldn't you? Because Hearn would write the scripts. Hearn is the Vince McMahon of boxing, isn't he? He's the Vince McMahon of boxing. So the bane of my existence, roadwork, traffic lights. But yeah, bane of my existence. But the helmets videos always do decent views compared to others, don't they? I was looking at them earlier. The helmet ones, they never seem to go down in views. They always seem to do alright, about 1,000, don't they, or something. But there haven't been many sent in for January's. If you want to send your helmet, your pick for month, I'm going to do it on 31st of Jan and put it out on 1st. It'll be helmet of the month 2019 for January. Porky's pound for pound helmet of the month. Yeah, I don't think there's been one for Bellevue so far this month. There's been a few for Joshua for that golf caddy thing where he were driving around with them gorillas and dressed in bikinis or something. I only seen a clip of it. I didn't sit and watch it. I thought, why would you do something like that? I don't know, unless you're just having fun and that. But aren't they supposed to be dangerous, them sort of animals, where they could grab you or grip your face or something? You'd have to be careful around something like that, I'd have thought. I don't know, but it is a bit helmety that, isn't it, what he's done? Helmety. I think so. Yeah, the guy's a tool doing that. But when Dubai Tourism Board are going to fly you over there in between your fights, in between your camps, put you up in 7-star hotels, give you butler, chauffeurs and blah de blah, you're not going to knock it back, are you, I suppose? So good luck to him, eh? Good luck to him, but you've got to start fighting somebody now. I keep saying I'm not going to bring it up, but it just makes me go mad. I mean, what sort of an era are we in here? You look at the great era in the 70s, where everybody fought everybody, and then you look at this now. It's I can't believe it. What I'm seeing, it shouldn't be allowed. It's criminal. The millions and millions of pounds these fighters are getting paid, and they're just sort of prolonging misery. And sanctioning bodies and these promoters are all doing the same, aren't they? They're all letting them get away with it because they want sanctioning bodies. They want the sanctioning fees, don't they? 3%. You know, if Joshua binned all them belts, if he beats Wilder, say if he fights him and bins them, he's got 5 belts. If he bins the lot and just keeps the Ring magazine, if they give him that, that'd be good enough for me. That get rid of all these sanctioning bodies. Fighters would have more money, wouldn't they? And it'd clean boxing up. It needs somebody like Donald Trump to sort it out. But whenever you've got your Don Kings and your Barry Earns involved, you know, the old guard, and Bob Arams, whenever you've got them people involved, they're always gonna have the snouts in trough, aren't they? All these belts need jogging on, in my opinion. I know TV companies need a belt to sell it, but can't they just sell it as, you know, world-class fights, and no belt instead of just world title fight? What's the difference? Sometimes you hear them say, "Oh, it's the fighters that make the fight. They don't need a belt this fight." So you know what? Where you going, mate? You're going around that way. So, I just think that it's getting to the stage now where something's got to be done about all these sanctioning bodies and the unit. You know, if it's a unified fight, can they get an exemption? Yes, but when it suits them, they'll say no to an exemption if a certain fight is a big fight, or they'll say yes if it's other way around. So you know, we're going around in circles, and I can't make a change. All I can do is say my bit, and I think it's up to fans to let these people know. Like Gilberto Mendoza, he's the WBA guy. That guy should be ashamed, in my opinion. So it should be ashamed. But yeah, should be ashamed. But it is what it is, isn't it? But they keep saying the WBC is the best belt, don't they? What is the best belt? You could have a weak champion with that belt. You could have a weak champion with that belt, and you could have a great champion with IBO. So what does it mean? It's what your promoter gets you. You get what you negotiate, don't you? They keep saying styles make fights. You get what you negotiate. It is what it is. Drive me mad. But what can you do? Let's get some videos put out, right? Let's get a cup of Alzira coffee, or I'll tell you what, I'm going to have a cup of, I know where them things are that you put the coffee in now, what Justin sent me from Tea Leaf Company. I know where they are now with string on. I'm going to have a cup of that. Coffee and amaretto. That's what I'm going to have now. Coffee amaretto. Oh, you know. Big Porky's here. Right then, peace out, keep on trucking, keep supporting boxing. It's a great sport. And I still forgot to drop that off at my mate's for his Mazda. you. Shout out to Simon's for polish for my car, done a great job.